I will ride. Let's see here. Let's see if I can figure this out on my own. I'm going to ride. Okay, and then I'm going to go into my soul and get him, because he's a forerunner as well.
Right.
Oh, that's right. Okay, gotcha. All right, I figured it out. All right. I can do this to search your deck for up to one card named Future Law Lu or Flogel. And I will absolutely do that.
Sure, go ahead.
So let's go ahead and grab our old friend Lu.
Sure.
We go way back.
Yep.
There's Lu. He's slouching. Add him to the hand.
To field.
Oh, right. Call him.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, actually, no. I probably want to put him here, don't I? All right. Yeah, I'll go to battle phase because I can't really do much. And I'll attempt to inflict 1 damage.
I will no guard.
Okay, so I do a check.
Nice.
All right. Sick.
Damage check. Critical trigger. Power.
Nice.
Okay. I'll stand and draw.
Actually, you know what? Now that I remember, no. If I would have went first, then I could have maybe used his effect on my next turn.
Yeah.
Because you would have most likely gave me a. Oh yeah, I forgot. The damage isn't necessarily a bad thing in the early game.
Not at all.
Oh man, yep.
It's okay. I will.
I think I just changed my opinion all of a sudden.
I will ride into Dragon Knight Elf. I will call the embodiment of armor, Bar, and then call the embodiment of Spear, Tar. Then I'll use the skill of my Dragon Knight Elf to choose the spear and the armor, put it into soul, and then I can, from my deck, search up to 1 card, call... Oh, there he is. The embodiment of Victory Elf, and write it.
Right.
From my deck. Shuffle. And do nothing else, to be honest. I'll call this other bar. I'll do that.
Okay.
We'll go to battle and we'll just swing for 8.
All right, I will take damage. That is unfortunate.
And then we'll take my Vanguard for 15 with triple drive.
All right, I will take that as well.
Okay. First check, no trigger. Second check, no trigger.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, and I get to heal 1.
Perfect.
Actually, I could heal the same card, right?
No.
No, it has to be one that exists. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah, there you go.
Cool. Go ahead.
All right. Go ahead. Ride phase. Draw. Ooh, yeah. Mid phase. Let me see here. Put Flogel down.
That's Wingle.
Or Wingle, excuse me.
You need Flogel if you want to.
Oh, I need Flogel.
Yeah. You can use Barkle to get Flogel, though.
Okay, so I can rest him. Right, gotcha. Okay, let's go ahead. Call you. All right, now... Let's see if I understand this right. I could use Future Law Lu's effect. So choose a unit named Future Law Lu, a unit named Bargle, and a unit named Flogel. Put them into your soul, and if you have a grade 1 Vanguard, search your deck for up to 1 Blaster Blade and ride it. So, you're going to soul?
Yep.
Okay, so these 3 go in there.
Yes, yep.
All right. And now I'll go into the deck.
Yes.
And I will ride. All right, so even though I couldn't ride on my phase, I still ride in the main phase.
Yes, correct.
There we go. All right, so where do we go from here now?
I will allow you, if you want to, you can move Wingle to the back row center.
No, that's not. No, that belonged to the other one. No, it's fine.
Okay.
Well, oh, you want to pretend that he was in my hand?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. All right, so now he's here. Okay, so I'll put Wingle here. You know what? Yeah, I'll go battle phase.
Okay.
We will. Let's see. We will boost Blaster Blade with Wingle, and then Wingle also says that if this unit boosts Blaster Blade, he gets an additional 4K.
Alright, yep.
So we'll go ahead and give him that 4K. That was not 4K. That was 5K. I clicked too many times. There we go. And attack your Vanguard.
Sure thing. I will no guard.
No guard. So we're going to check for a trigger. We
Of
get
course.
a crit. Let's go.
Cool. Yep. I will also get a crit. Cool. Matters. And check again. Nothing.
Let's go. All right.
Very nice.
All right, my turn.
Stand and draw. So while going into the embodiment of victory, Alf was cool and all, he actually doesn't do anything at all. So I'm kind of just here.
I mean, the ability to get a grade 3 out early, a turn early, I personally feel like it's such a good strategy.
It is.
I'm a big fan of that strategy, but you're saying that the card himself, there are grade 3s with better effects, right?
Absolutely. And
okay.
He has an effect. I just need a massive 4
you need 4 damage. Yeah.
So right now,
yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I'm just playing really vanilla, essentially.
Okay.
So yeah, so
he does look like Bakugo though, which is pretty
yes,
cool.
he does. Which is funny because
he has the
10
same
years
eyes.
younger. Yeah, I'll play Alf and Nahalem. I'll go to battle.
Right.
I'll swing in for 10 here.
Bunch of grade 2s. That's not good. I will take that.
Sure thing.
All right.
Nice. I'll take my Vanguard for 15 to Blaster Blade.
Okay. You know what? I will let this through.
All right. First check, it is the draw trigger. I'll give power to Alf, and I'll draw 1.
Okay.
And second check, it is a heal trigger. I'll also give power, and then I will heal 1 damage.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead.
Take 1.
Yep. Take 1 damage.
Thanks. Hopefully he wasn't important. 27.
Oh, he's probably really important.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. And then you're attacking with him. I will take that as well.
Sure thing. Cool.
All right.
On my turn.
Okay, let's see. I'm still pretty good at this game. I think I did okay there.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, my ride phase, I will I will summon the boy. I had so many good memories with this card.
Let's go.
We'll go with Alfred. He's the Vanguard, which you get the most benefits when he's the Vanguard.
Yep.
Let's see. Main phase. Okay, units. Your units cannot boost this unit. During your turn, this unit gains 2,000 for each of your Royal Paladin rear guards. Okay, so
not
so right now, not himself, but with Wingle here, he gets 2K.
Yep.
Okay, I'll keep that in. Well, I'll add it to him when I get into battle phase for now.
Yep.
However, he has an ability. Search my deck for a 1 grade 2 Royal Paladin. Call it if I blast 3. So I'm gonna go. I am going ahead and do that.
Sure.
Activates. Oh wait, you said hold Alt and then click.
Yep.
There you
Perfect.
Go. Awesome.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? I just remembered I didn't copy over the slides. I made them, but I didn't put them in the right folder. Let's see if OBS decides to be stupid. I'm having so much with Harri, it's very CB heavy. That's unfortunate. I have not been able to play it, but I think it's in CFA now, right? Oh my god, it's not going where. Let's see if this works. No, didn't think so. Okay, let's try going here and then here. Nope. All right. 1 second, then. Display today. Remove. Add directory. That one. There we go. All right. Yamato stuff is cool with a K. I've heard the exact opposite from literally everyone else, but hey, we'll take a look. they'll at least want to play direct Jewel Mask. The Jewel Mask is kind of garbage. if I'm being frank and totally honest, it is really bad. Despite your stream, otherwise we wouldn't have gotten any announcement for Dear Days too. Maybe. Well, hopefully they spy on this stream, because I got a lot of shit to say. Well, I got some. I won't say that much because I have to say some of it for a video that I make it tomorrow. I'm gonna take that rant that I had last week or the week before about the VTuber tournament, or indirectly about the VTuber tournament, about Dear Days, and I had some context, but that'll probably be a video for tomorrow. Decent, but the only good card is the common, surprisingly. We will see. So we'll go over that today. We'll go over the Liel Lamorta new cards, and we'll go over the final bits of the Stride deck set for Harri. We'll talk about the anime. There's some stuff there. And we'll talk about the big bad that is Dear Days 2 and its announcement and all the craziness from this weekend, as well as Lyrical Cup. We'll discuss that for a bit. But, of course, before we do any of that, we've got ourselves the cards of the day. Got quite a bit of them today. Let's do Sonic for old time's sake. Right? But and I would like to put the volume a smidge for myself, if that's alright. Alright. So, starting off with Desire Devil Impact. Here. Use a common for Dark States, set 5. Has an axe skill in Soul. If you have a grade 3 or greater grade on, you can bind this and charge 1. Your Vanguard gets 5k at the end of the turn. It's a drill bar? Kinda, yeah. This is like, alright. Greedon does need more cards that I think activated in Soul. I don't think this is going to be played, but I could be wrong. I know next to nothing about Greedon and kind of refuse to learn because I just don't care too much about the deck per se. But, you know, it's nice to have at the very least. Then we got ourselves here Desire Devil Aquin. Here is a cool looking little cat. It's grade 2 double rare. Has 2 skills. Charge 1 sounds useless, even as set 1 support uses energy. Sounds useless, I'm assuming you're saying even though his set 1 support uses energy? Yeah, doesn't seem like much, to be honest. But, this says, when this is placed on rear, if you have a Vanguard with either Greedon or Desire Devil, so you can use this on turn 2. Count last one. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 unit card with Desire Devil in its card name from among them, reveal it, put it to your hand, and shuffle your deck. So top 5, add 1 to hand. Sounds good. And then in your Soul, if you're a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Greedon in its card name, you can Soul Blast 1, bind this, and choose one of your opponent's rear guards and put it into Soul. So, as we've seen lately, especially with this set, Bushiroad really hates Hostage, even though they themselves created it, and they really hate Strides, even though they themselves brought it into Standard, because they're just getting basically cards for like every deck that allows them to retire or remove a card on the opponent's board. Mainly, I want to say in fear of Hostage, because that's the only reason we get such a high ramp up in removal options, right? Which is silly. Like, y'all made the card, but whatever. It doesn't interest me outside of the whole increasing the amount of damage you take. You can take 7. Yeah, that's about it. Greedon Mask was decent and like kind of fun to play, but yeah. Simply missing the 10k when attacking the grade 3 skill. We need a name to call this kind of cards. Is missing 10k when attacking the grade 3 skill? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? You're telling me for that terrible mistake? I mean, Hostage is fine. I like Hostage. The cards in themselves, the fact of how they're used, not so much, but it was also really not that big of a deal. But that exists. Then we have ourselves here the Decoupling Bow Shocker, which is a grade 3 from Rank It. That says at the end of the turn, if your opponent
card was bound by your card's effect this turn, you can put this to the soul, draw 1. So hypothetically, this is Messiah support, which, you know, we really don't see any waves of support for Strides, the Stride deck sets, at all, right? We haven't had any name support. We had 2 cards technically, right? There was the 1 horse double rare that you can use in Chrono Jet, and then there was the promo that you can use in Chrono Jet. But you can technically play this in Messiah because he does bind stuff, right? So that's kind of interesting. I'm all for using common slots for like actual something of value. This is something that will not get played in Messiah, but it's nice. Hey Ed, hey Esther, how you guys doing? This is a comment every Messiah bro says that it's terrible. I mean, it's a grade 3, it doesn't get any power, it doesn't lock itself, it does nothing for the deck except just go to soul to draw your cards, so it doesn't really do much. I heard a guy they don't give Shiranui in this sport. Yeah, I do as well. You good? Chilling at work? Nice. Hope you're having a relatively easy day. Work-wise, at least. Lots of ride line. Triple rare support is counter blast 1, top check X amount of cards. Call 1 and get 10k skill when attacking the Vanguard. Nobia, Chris Rain, a new doll promo. I don't think there's enough for it to have that kind of effect yet, and there's also not the same exact effect because there's still a couple too many variables, I think, but maybe in the future that'll become more of a thing, but yeah, it's not enough of a commonality, I think. I'm sorry, I have like 5 different water bottles I'm drinking from. Yeah. Whoo, mate. Whoo, mate. Alright. We're alive. Then we got ourselves Secret Messenger of Red Blade Zamenbalma, who is the fuck stride card that says your opponent just has the existence of a G zone. This gets 5k attack and shield, and if they have a card face up, this gets 10k and 10k shield instead of 5. So seems like we'll be getting these for every nation. You know, we don't know if Starkea is gonna get one since they already got the anti-G zone Blitz order. We'll see if both nations get both. I would not be against that. It won't matter unless we start getting a side deck or something like that, but yeah, it's cool. Knuckles vibe today. Yeah. Since we have 6 strides, this makes sense. Yeah, I don't think it'll be played in the majority of decks, unfortunately. It's at least a substantial amount of power, like 15k shield is nothing to scoff at. 20k is like, alright, for free, right? But we'll see if it's even worth it, if it really makes enough of an impact against a stride deck, or if we make a game plan. But it existing, I'm okay with. Like Messiah has space for this, with her art matches the deck's aesthetics. Yeah, I don't know if Messiah would play this at all. It's to be played technically against Messiah, not so much for him, right? Then we got ourselves here the Drill Twister Angel, which is a common from set 2, grade 2. If we ever get into a stride meta, if we ever get into a stride meta, all we've had is a stride meta. That's why I've been so anti Night Rose and Harri existing, because we've only exclusively had a stride meta, right? It's just Chrono Jet, and then we had a small break, and then we had just Lord and Shiranui, and then just Shiranui, right? So, like, I don't mind the Harri and Night Rose coming through. It's just the fact that it's gonna be now that literally Shiranui's finally dying off. Lord lost his dog, so he's not seeing as much play. Now it's literally just gonna be Night Rose for the end of the year. So, oops, all stride, yeah. Right, and like easily those stride deck sets can come back, right? Like Luard fell off, but he can easily come back, easy peasy. Shiranui supposedly is dumbing down, he can easily come back, right? We saw that with Messiah, we've seen that with Chrono Jet several times, so it's just a constant stride meta. But it is what it is. I will say this, only don't have better soul chargers to run in this common fraud. Yeah, this lady says that when this unit attacks, if your other rearguard was placed on rear other than from hand, you still charge 1. Yeah, I'd rather play Drilling Angel, even though he's like a rare, I believe, but yeah. What were the days when Gandiva was meta-like? Not much better, because that was still Chronojet meta. Chronojet meta didn't die until like maybe set 11. It was like dying off around then. The Chronojet meta was right after set 8, all of set 9, because set 9 was garbage compared to Chronojet. Set 10 was still Chronojet meta. And then that's when it sort of started dying off once we got Wallista and whatnot. Then it started dropping off a bit, and by set 11 it dropped off. But but then, you know, we had set 13, and then immediately after that we had Lure and Shirinori. So Hellhunter, Gandiva meta was, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk more than that. She's pretty though. Yeah, she's pretty. Just amazing on these cards. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Their effects might be ass, but at least the art is good. The 10 is when Gandiva appears. I watched a video earlier where I discovered Youthberg wasn't as popular as I thought it was. I mean, it was. It just immediately got overshadowed in Japan by Chronojet, because Chronojet came out right after set 7, where we got it after set 8. So it immediately got overshadowed by that. Like, it was still good, but yeah, it just kind of got overshadowed by that. And then Eva became really good in set 8. And, you know, Youthberg didn't really get anything. So he was just really high, kind of on set 6. Set 7 was the peak of Youthberg, and it immediately fell off. Immediately fell off from like the top. It was still like fine, but then by the time we hit like set 8 into 9, he just completely fell out because everyone else got better stuff. So and even made Messiah unplayable. Good. Good. Yeah, Messiah never got a chance to be dominant. It's yet had a chance to be dominant. A lot of people tell you now that it is the sleeper best deck in the format and whatnot, but it never had a chance where it was compared to like Shirinori and Chronojet, where it was just you see a top and it's just all Chronojets, right? So you for Tempest being the $70 cards, yeah, good old days. I loved it, great time. Then we got ourselves Light Arrows of Helping Hand Tulat here, who is the Sarazzle support card that gets 5k shield, can intercept from the back road, and has intercept if you have Sarazzle. And that's it. Then we can go into this morning's reveals, starting with Liel Amulka. Yeah, I really liked standard 1, like set 1 for 5. That was like peak standard. It was amazing. And it's probably just because of like I don't know if honeymoon period is exactly the right phrase, but it's just because it was brand new to me. That's my first time playing Vanguard physically. Set 6 was like good and like not good. Set 7 was not the best, right? And then I was really hyped for set 8, but then by then we were all seeing Chronojet be the strongest thing that ever happened. And then Chronojet came out, and I was like, oh man, that's a lot of Chronojets every time I go to locals. And then set 9 came out, and it was just fucking nothing, right? All the decks were ass, right? Granvia, ass. Avangarda, ass. Purple Bruce, ass. Unica, ass, right? So it did nothing, really, for like anyone. Then set 10 came out, and that was okay, except for the fact that every deck was a mass deck. And then we also had Gandiva. So, rough period of time once Roll Dress started. Helping build our Monta partly out of guilt, because when I started Vanguard, I offered him a Magnolia Masters, giving him to a newbie, and now you're gonna give him a not so great deck. Great, good job. The only good Leo support, just this card. Let's see. So back row rear, when your rear on the same column as this is bound by the ability, you can stand this. Yeah, this one's really good. I remember seeing this in the anime. Because it just lets you boost, right? Gives you that 8k on all your attacks. in that column, and it'll just constantly stand. It's not once per turn. So if you use it on a divine skill turn, you can stand it again. So yeah, good card. Instant 4 I think. Doesn't have a shitty on place effect, so you can play this early if you need to, and then just use it when you want to. Really good. I want coffee out too. Well, good luck with that. To play my side on Dear Days, I regret not playing it on release. It was super fun. I don't know about that. The deck, like, I don't know what you have in Dear Days per se, but yeah, the deck was kind of rough on release just because, like, if you don't see the two, if you don't see the grade 2 and the grade 1, you literally just don't do anything. But now the deck is kind of fun because you have all these like crazy generics and things that you can do. Started to be a Zorga main, still learning the game. Not something I would recommend or do again. Probably not. If you wanted to give Leal a 5th attack, they're crazy. I mean, I don't want her to have a 5th attack, but when I saw this restand, I thought they said that the wizard that we're gonna look at restood, and I was like, oh my god, they did it again. Just give it that 5th attack. Right now. I don't think we have space for her though. Reminder, Leal needs to run her double R booster at 3? 4 doggles and 3 Garagon. I don't know if you need the counter charger, and I don't think you need her double R booster, to be honest. I don't think that card is very good, so you can find space for this. Billion Messiah cards. Man, it's almost like there's no Messiah cards, heck. So you want them to not play staples, but you also want them to play Messiah cards that they don't have. Which one is it? And you also don't want them to support strides, right? Yeah, gotcha. I'm also comparing the deck set to what I was playing at the time, Maelstrom. Yeah, I mean, anything sounds better than that, yeah. Then we got ourselves Knight of Piercing Skies. Whatever. She has 2 skills. During your turn, if your bind zone has a card with the same card name as this unit, this gets 5k power. Then it says if your Leal is placed, you energy blast 3, bind her, and draw a card. So I think the art on this card is really pretty, but I've heard everyone dogpile on this card and call her absolute trash. I don't know why, but apparently she's caca pee pee poo poo. We gotta work. Stupidly bought a Messiah budget deck, all 50 cards, and I see what I need to upgrade. It turns me off for a bit. Yeah, this card is fine. I mean, the 5k is alright. So you get maybe a backup. What's his name? That one triple rare, right? You get something that you can actually bind and call out. The fact that it says when it's placed, you can energy blast, bind her, draw a card. Like, I guess that's okay. You can do this on turn 2. Beat your opponent's ass. Technically, if you if you hostage into this, you can use this on turn 2 and I have 5k. I won't have 5k until like afterwards, but yeah, technically you can get it and bind that way. You can then energy blast when you ride draw. You can use it on divine skill, which I don't know if you want to do that, but I guess if already attacked, I guess that's okay. So seems all right. It's a funny early game tool. She clashes with Leal's attack patterns. Does she though? Because isn't it just like swing, bind, call, and then divine skill, ride, swing, call? Like, couldn't you just attack with that other column first? I don't know. I think it's fine. Just a worse call target? Yeah, but you only have 4 of the guy, right? And if they get bound, you're fucked, right? So I don't think it's that bad to have a backup copy. Consistency is consistency. So, I was gonna pray your opponent doesn't kill her on their turn. Yeah, it sounds mid. Like, I don't know. I don't think that's that big of a deal. If your opponent attacks into it, that just means they didn't attack into your face. Like, that sounds okay with me, right? They deny you a draw. Oh no! God forbid. I think I'll be fine, right? I think it's not the worst thing in the world. But you're losing card advantage before your attack. Card is intended as Idra's replacement. It's not a replacement. It's definitely not a replacement. You're not replacing Idris. It's just supplementing it. It's definitely not a replacement. Show you Monkey? I don't have Monkey, sorry. She enables LPG earlier if you need it. I guess that's true. I meant supplement. Okay, yeah, because she definitely doesn't replace it. But yeah, having, like, I don't know, having an extra card that does something similar to a card you already have is a good thing. I don't know. I don't know why sometimes people don't see it that way. It's the same thing of like having Karma and Roman Prison Dragon. You guys are just like, no. You only got to play one. Like, no, just play both. Like, what the fuck? You only can play 4 of one card. Why would you not want to play 6 of a card? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. But I don't know. It doesn't seem that bad. But then we got ourselves the triple rare Sequence Wizard. There's 2 skills. When this is placed on rare during the main phase only, not battle. So you cannot bind this with Leo's skill. But if you do, you counterblast one, like at the top 5, choose up to 1 card and call it. Shuffle your deck. I've been complaining that like every single deck gets a card that's just like CB1, look at top 5, call a card. But this is a Keter deck. The Ketter's the one that's supposed to be doing superior calling, but it's fine. Then we got the second effect. When your other unit is bound by your Vanguard ability this turn, you get 5k and you may soul charge. So, seems alright. Okay, the worst of the 3? I don't know about the worst. Is Liao Counterblast 1? Is her on attack skill Counterblast 1? I don't know, the fact that this calls something sounds good. The fact that it's locked to grade 3, I don't like that. It would have been nice if you can use this turn to reveal Liel. That would have been kind of nice. But its second skill is kind of whatever. 10k would have probably been better, but then they have added the clause of Counterblast 1 like a top 5 if Mayfan call if battle phase adds a hand. I guess that wouldn't have been that bad. Yeah, they could have done that. Yeah, I don't think that would have been that crazy. Of course, it'd probably add the non-sentinel restriction to it, because like, oh, can't let you add PGs. No, that would be bad for the game if you guys could use PGs. Brr, 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 brr. Like, she's already CB heavy. She's not CB heavy at all. Y'all need to agree and get on the same page. I'm getting mixed signals over here, chat. I don't like this. I don't like when you guys give me mixed signals. I'm surprised that the price of Tetraful is still so expensive. Yeah, that's not going to be down anytime soon. Until next Tuesday, they announce a mystery product that is all cyclers for December. But more on that in a bit. Yeah, I can call over and bounce back. I mean, technically, yeah. I don't know. This doesn't seem horrible. I don't know if this is the worst. The common's definitely the best, if we had to compare them that way. Top 5 call something still sounds good, but depending on what kind of Keter generics you're using. Okay, yeah, if it's just her Liel that uses Counterblast 1, I think this is good, right? Because you just use all your other counterblasts on this. You have a countercharger. There's at least 3 counterchargers in Keter Sanctuary. So, like, this seems fine to me. But could have been worse. Boscati and Sagias and Minerva orders. I mean, yeah, if you play that, but you're not going to be playing. I don't think you would play the Minerva order if you're going to be playing this, because they conflict, but also this gives you the same amount, right? This gives you 2 bodies on board for the same cost, right? So you just don't draw, I guess, but it's about the same. Boscati, you would just use energy for. You wouldn't counterblast for that. And then Sagias, you don't really need to use the counterblast every single turn, right? So, but then next we'll go into the actual reveals of Harri. So we have a good time talking about Harri while Ek goes and chops off his legs so he can't look at the screen. Then we got ourselves here Dark Side Princess. One of my favorite all-time cards in all of Pale Moon, most of Vanguard, honestly. Really love this card. What the fuck did they do to my girl? What the fuck? What is happening here? Like, what is this blank ass expression she has on here? I don't know why it's black all of a sudden. Like, she doesn't even want to be here, right? What is this hand doing? Why is she just like, why does she just look like that fucking emoji of like the girl with the hair, right? What the fuck? Why is she just holding her sword just there? Like, what the fuck? What is she on, right? What is she even on? She's just on like fucking some random thing here. Drives me insane. And then the background, right? The background is just, she's just in fucking some infinite void, right? Like, God knows where the hell she is. It drives me insane. Absolutely, the art is trash. I swear, G counterpart and V counterpart has way better art. There's a V counterpart? I've never seen the V counterpart. I've seen the G counterpart, but yes, the G one is good. Going ta-da, like she's in a circus. Ta-da to what? Ta-da, I have a sword? Like, no. Pose is not threatening at all. Giving comments, the best art in this shit, seriously. She's sitting on one of those hoops in a circus. She has a spotlight on her. I fucking guess, right? Because I can barely see that. They could have done anything with the background here. Like, I can see this, right? I can see the spotlight. But, like, you couldn't, like, put, like, I don't know, the circus fucking behind her or something. Like, god damn. Oh, god. And it's, like, the ugliest color of, like, fucking green banana yellow or something. Like, I forgot to get ready. That's exactly what it looks like. That's exactly what. That's why I said the first time I saw it. It just looks like fucking Harri took a camera. He's like, oh shit, smile, and she's like, God. Add a background. It's okay. Yeah, if it had some kind of background, I probably would have been like, yeah. But anyways. She has sort of the same skill. After she attacks, you may put her into soul. She does not get 5k. Instead, she says GB1 if she was specifically placed from soul. And if you have Harri, she gets 10k to the end of the turn. Then she says if you have 2 or more face-ups, she gets 15k instead of 10k. So she's just like a huge beater. I've heard people complain about this. I don't know why. Still sounds really good to me. You're always going to be... She automatically goes to soul. You just have to call her out again. That's fine. You're not going to be playing her from hand most times. That also makes Paratrooper useful. 10k plus the 5 from having something face up. So this is 25k right on attack. Pretty good to me. Then she gets 15k instead if you have 2 face up, which is actually 25k. So it's just 35k. That's pretty good. That's pretty fucking good, right? And you instantly have that on your next turn. I don't know. Sounds really good to me. This is as bad as V-Sara. V-Sara I think was alright. I'm thinking the same card. I don't remember. Garbage but still is kind of nuts, yeah. I don't like the I don't get the Harri crest restriction. I mean, it's not like Chronojet calls from soul either. Yeah. See that every Harri card locked that aren't. Yeah. Stupid ass Chronojet ruined everything for everyone. Yeah, I kind of wish this this didn't do that. At the very least, right, I can technically play this in another deck like Barrow, right? It just doesn't get 5k. I wish you got her old skill where it was just on attack at 5k. Because technically you can play this in other decks, just swing. She's like a worse Junior. And she just goes to soul, and you just have no reason to call her out. But I wish she at least got 5k. That would have been kind of lit. But she'd probably be playing on like every deck, unfortunately. Which sucks. Team Dragon. So we can't play Darkside Waifu and Chronojet. That's not fair. Good. Fuck Chronojet. Fuck her. He doesn't get Darkside Princess. Get the hell out of here with that. Wow. Yeah, here's the old art. At least the one I'm the original art that I'm used to. And like just the background alone, right? Like if we just took this and just placed it here, this would just look so much better on its own, right? But like, god, even like the eyes, right? Even the eyes, like here her eyes look so fucking dead. All right, they look so dead. Like she looks like she worked a fucking 9 to 9 10 years in a row, and she just has no life in her, right? Like, last I checked, she was human, right? She's not like a direful doll or anything like that, right? There's no fucking joints. So, like, I don't understand what the fuck happened to her. Like, I don't even think she's seen some shit. She just doesn't give a shit about any shit. Oh. Exhausted? Yeah, I guess. Does Being Pale Moon have an extra benefit because Serpent Falcatia is better? I hear that argument, but she's not. Like, Falcatia gives you soul, which is like fine. This has more power without you needing a certain card and drop. So this just automatically gets the power. Falcatia would get the same power, but if you just constantly put grade 3s back into soul, I think the majority of your cards are going to be going back into soul instead of drop, unless you soul blast them. I don't know if it's specifically better. I don't know. Technically, you can play both, right? You can just have this in soul. You can play like 2 of these in soul. Just use Falcatia to put something into soul, and then overcall it or put it into soul or whatever. Artist is just being credited as the concept design. Yeah. The one on the level, like she's holding an instrument. Yeah, honestly, it does not look like a weapon. It does not look like a weapon at all. She even got fucking extra fucking swords in this one, right? Like, like, and then her fucking the fucking tail on the sword looks so cool. Here, it just looks like, oh yeah, my sword has a braid. Ooh, look at it. Ooh. I don't know. It just drives me crazy. Like, I'm not talking about how the card is like specifically drawn, right? I don't know how to put into words what I'm trying to say here. It's not like the quality of it or anything like that. It's just like the posing and like the background and all that stuff. Anyways, I'll stop complaining about downgrade pose. Yeah, 100%. But especially for something that's like the main attacker for the deck. Then we got ourselves a Dragon Masquerade Harri. It's going to be the final stride here for the stride deck reveals and for Pale Moon's Harri stride deck set. So of course, usual spiel, discard a Harri to stride into this. Then it says GB2, so you can only use this as your second stride. It has Magia. When it attacks, you counterblast 1, put 2 rear guards into soul, choose 2 cards with different card names from your soul, call them out to rear guard circle, then you choose 2 of your opponent's rear guards, put them into soul. And then it cuts off there, but at the end of the turn, put the cards you called back into your home. Called out back into your soul. So it's basically exactly the same as the original one. It's actually the same as like the upgraded version, because the first one was like counterblast 2 or 3 or something ridiculous to put your opponent's 2 and then you call out 3. But then later on, the other one was like flip 1, counterblast 1, call 2, put 1 of your opponents. So yeah. Yeah, it is indeed Harri. I will say Magia. I'm sick and tired of y'all trying to correct how I say shit. I say shit correctly from now on, alright? When I say Virginia, that's the correct name of the card. When I say Magia, that's the fucking name of the skill, alright? When I say, what's it, Ingorg, that's the name of that card. My vibes are too different, yeah. Honestly, it's like worse than Rose. Force remove your units. It's not forced. Force is not the right word. Force is not the right word, because you want them into soul. No powers, sure. An extra CB in a CB intensive deck with no good CC. Is it CB intensive? I mean, it should be CB intensive. That's how the deck's supposed to work. But you do get 6 attacks, yeah. So it works. 3 CB? How's it 3 CB? Isn't it just counterblast 1 for Manticore, counterblast 1 for this? The original was put their whole board into soul, I'm pretty sure. Their whole board? I don't think it was their whole board. I'm pretty sure it was like 2. I will get you. That's how in Largor. No, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not. It's just Ngorg. Just let's just all agree that it's just Ngorg, and that's the name of the card. CB2 with the stride skill is CB1. Fuck the stride skill. I'm basing this on Vanguard 0, Harri, and I fucking never used that fucking skill, bro. Fuck that shit. Why the fuck am I gonna kind of blast 1 and call something out? Fuck that. Fuck that. Find another way to call shit out. But I don't know, we'll see. You have the Dark States cat. You could use the cat, you could also use maybe Selfish Engraver. There's an order you can technically play that is a grade 3, so you can discard it for stride if you don't want to. And then I think there's one more option. There's also, I guess, the Regalia, but if you're familiar with Twin Drive's channel, do you want to appear in one of his videos about him learning Vanguard? Sure. I doubt I would. I don't have that type of clout, but that'd be cool. There's CC options or generic options. He does not have natively to the deck now. Play premium, so does Harri try to end game early, or can he play longer? No, Night Rose and Harri are definitely not, at least originally. They're not like defensive or anything like that. It's definitely about high attacks ending the game rather quickly. So especially since it's like a deck that soul charges and stuff like that. So yeah, it's fuckery ball. Exactly. It is fuckery ball. Absolutely the case, right? So that's why I used to have so much counterblast cost, because they would just, you would beat the shit out of them, and then they would just do all this crazy shit with all the counterblasts and then beat your ass up. Because it would be like literally almost every single counter attack, every counterblast would lead into like 2 more attacks or something like that. But yeah, there's pot of greed. Vanguard, the Russian Sea Dragon. Russian. It was because the card was hard to use in 0, being GB3 in most first strides before New Harri. Was Amanda, so it was 3rd stride at best. Yeah, but I would run the fucking, what does that ever do? Because I wouldn't run Amanda. I didn't like Amanda at all. I would just go 1st stride into Lunatic and flip 1. And then I forgot, I think I would just go Lunatic again and then finish the game with that one. But yeah. If I'm gonna wait till next year, yeah, 5 months. Alright, it was 2 originally, though. I still wish Lunatic gave a crit to the cold card. A crit? That's kind of crazy. That would be kind of wild. But yeah. Engraver at 1 in Purple Alchemist. You can recycle Engraver. Yeah. Technically, you can recycle the cat too. Use them twice, but you have to like rewrite your Harri, which you're not gonna do. But yeah. And that's it. I believe it's in CFA, so maybe we can test that out later. We'll see if we have time. But next week, Tuesday, we're getting 3 Impal Dio cards. So that's kind of nice. And apparently, I kind of hinted at this earlier. You guys probably know this already, but apparently we're getting a brand new product coming out in December. Japan's December, of course. Possibly a product that we might actually get, because the previous product was the collab one. So that's cool, I guess. We'll see what happens there. The November product is the Kodo one, and then set 10 is coming out in October for Japan, whereas for us, we're getting set 9, we're getting Lyrical. I'm sorry, set 9, September. We're getting Lyrical. October, I was looking at the numbers, so I put set in front of it. I almost did it again. October, we're getting set 4. And then, November, we're not getting anything. Oh, no. Yeah, no. November, I think the end of the month, we're getting set 5. Is that how it works? Or like the beginning of December? I forgot. I think it's at the end of month of November. And then nothing December so far. Maybe this product. Probably not. And then we get the deck sets in January. We're not going to get Asha. We're not going to get another Stride deck set. The Stride deck sets are not going to, the next ones, they're not going to be announced until June or something like that of next year. We're not going to get enough. If they do, I will quit the game. If they decide to do another wave as we just got the previous wave, why play standard? Just play premium at this point. Finish it because hammering the fuck out of people with the cat. Yep, that's exactly what I would do. Exactly. I would play the cat starter. That's why I would never, ever use the Harri skill on Stride, because I would just call out the cat and then the cat would call something out. Like, why the hell am I gonna bother with fucking CB1 to call something when the cat does all the work? Time for the holiday season? Yeah, basically. For a quadruple drive booster? Possibly. Got inside information? Oh, we're getting a cross nation set. Cross nation? Like a dual nation set? But when is the product strategy presentation? It's pretty soon. It's like next week. Actually, it's like, if not next week, the week after that. I think it's the week after, like 14th. No, not the 14th. Maybe it's the 11th. It's either the 11th or the 18th. One of those 2 days. So it's either next week or the week after that. It's the end of January. Yeesh. The reveal set 6 here for December? Nah, I don't think they can do. I mean, I guess they could, but I don't think they. I think they would just save that for the product stream. Why would they reveal that here? But we'll see. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be a Stride deck set. I swear, it's not. If it is, I'm done. I'm done. If they do another deck set after a deck set, I can't. I can't. Alright, I use the different nations in a single deck. Yeah, I don't think they can actually do that, unfortunately. But they also uploaded a fight video today. I didn't get to see it. I was a little bit too busy because my cards for set 3 finally came in. But they are doing, you can watch it now. They premiered it earlier today, but it's Night Rose versus Harri. Here is the Night Rose deck that Bushiroad is showing off. Of course, using the fucking hostage package, because of course it would. No Elementaria, probably for the sake of using this. Excuse me. 3 Angorg, 3 of this, 4 of this, 0 of the ghost? Huh? Wait, what? 0 of the mill from top 5 ghosts or Philander? Am I blind? It's not here, right? Nah, y'all smoking them something. How you make a card? How you make up a fucking card for a deck and then just not play it? What the fuck? What? Oh, okay. Hollow package go against the hollow bully? Not if you call a PG. First damage hostage order, yeah. Imagine the price of winning World's End trophy. It's a dinner with. I would fucking chew his ear off. He will regret making that the reward. Yeah, not like no Philander if they at least had the other one, but like neither of the two is a bit excessive. 4 bone it seems excessive to me. So this lists all types of wild. All types of wild. But whatever. Sure, I mean. Then here's the Harri list, which I think makes sense to me. I think this all makes sense to me. Honestly, I would probably play. I saw Derek Dow post a list, and it sounds right to me. I would probably only play like 3 of these, right? I would play Forbiddle instead. I don't know if I play draws, maybe. Purple T sounds good. I don't know why they put Sanctitude here, but alright. And the other list didn't have it. Cat, yeah, that seems fair. Engraver, yeah, that seems fair. That seems fair. I don't know if I'd play that many clockwise, but okay. Yeah, that seems fair now that we know. Yeah, so this list I can pretty much agree with. I'd make a few changes personally, but it makes sense. Ghostless, Ghostyless, Night Rose, I don't know. They favorite Harri. I think Harri actually lost. if I remember correctly. Because I obviously saw the video to get the screenshot of this, but I didn't actually watch the whole thing. But if I remember correctly, I think they lost. I think Night Rose actually won, but I don't remember. No draws deck out. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So 4 seems excessive, but I don't know if you just don't plus to hand enough. Because I also see that being an issue, because like nothing pluses hand, right? Like you only plus hand in the sense that you don't call much from hand, you try to call stuff from soul, but nothing gives you any hand advantage aside from like this, or like this, or like this, right? But those don't really count per se. But I don't know. Manticore draws when stride. I mean, yeah, that's it. Like, that's not really hand advantage, because that's discard 1, draw 1, technically, right? Like, you kind of just break even. All right, this is the same thing. This is kind of the same thing. So that's what I mean. Like, it's kind of, but like not really. But like maybe that's enough. I don't know. Interesting enough. Everything else is pretty standard. That's that. Now that Harry's out, what are y'all thinking about? About Harri and Night Rose? That is 2 bottles of water done. Is it in CFA, by the way? Let's see. It is in CFA. Okay. Yeah, because I tried to check. Oh, I was looking at my Luke year list for set 3 to build it physically because I just got the cards and it updated, but I didn't get to look at why it updated. Let's switch it up a bit. Harri is better top tier. Interesting. Night Rose 7.5, Harri 7 out of 10. Both are solid, but nothing meta breaking. Night Rose is better. Okay. My favorite. Is he a favorite Vang Pro? Me too. Harri and his bunny girl harem. Let me see. 4. It's not loading. Dark States. There we go. Okay, yeah. It is here. Okay. Maybe we'll take a look at that later. I don't know about 7s and not meta breaking, but they are definitely both very good. Don't let anyone fool you into thinking that these are bad stride deck sets. They're definitely good. The effects are good. They could have been stronger. They're definitely not the strongest, I don't think, you know, but they could be. Right. I could easily see them both being like top 5 when they release. Easily top 5, maybe even like top 3, both of them. I don't know if they would be the very best, but I also haven't played them enough. Call them shit, and some servers have called them the best deck in the format. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say that yet. I haven't tested them, so I can't say that. They're very good. They're very good. But and I'm not talking about just by themselves. I'm talking about obviously with the whole pool of cards that they have. We'll see them in Malaysia. Yeah, we'll see them pretty soon. I think they release like next week, right? Or this week, one of the two. So, because I might be this week, right? Because I saw them show off some of the cards in the stream. So maybe it comes out this Friday. Stronger than the Messiah? I would say yes, because they are 100 times less piece reliant, right? They are completely the opposite, right? They're very loose and very consistent at getting their pieces, whereas Messiah is extremely piece reliant. Messiah can just draw a lot of cards and has the removal, but technically so does Harri. But his removal, Messiah's removal is a lot more permanent. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Speaking of Messiah, not really. Set 3 is out as of I think last Friday. Hope you guys got your cards ordered, built your decks, having a good time. I literally just got most of my cards today, built them, did not get really any time to play them. Unfortunately, I wish I could play them all day today, but at least I have a tournament to look forward this Friday over in the Drop Zone, the Discord. There's going to be a tournament this weekend for Card Fight, the weekend, where we're having tournaments 3 days in a row. 9, 6, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's right after the anime airs. We got ourselves the next day, 9, 7, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we got ourselves the last one on Sunday, 9, 8, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you guys check those out if you want to test out all of your new Set 3 cards. You don't have to play only Set 3 cards, but if you got your cards and want to try them out, that's the place to do it. And there'll be a link in the shop. Got a Plus Dragon for Harri. I got a split for Dark States. So I have everything. I have literally the decks that are right here. I have a Stroya that I took apart the expensive cards to put into Lukier. I just built Sacrifice Glass. And then I built Arkwright. And then I have here Lukier. And then I still have Dayusha, Silhouette to build, and then I have more line here. I have 3 more decks that I can try and build. Don't work. Hopefully, I'm sorry. I said I try my best to do as many different days, but yeah, unfortunately, just the stars don't always align. Angel ladders rather low, yeah. We got twin cast before it becomes super expensive. Why is the Lukier deck box so much fancier than the others? Because she's Lukier. She's like one of my all-time favorite cards. Why would she not be? It also has the 2 secret Lukiers, so she needs the extra bulk to protect her. I'll be honest, I love this style of deck box. I wish there was like a seller. If you guys know one, please let me know. I wish there was a seller that made deck boxes that were exactly the same as the Bushiroad ones, because I love these deck boxes, right? Because they're so convenient, right? They fit everything that I need. They don't take up that much space. Perfect. I can stack them, all that jazz. I love these, but only Bushiroad sells them. And sometimes maybe I want some other kind of art or something more generic or something, right? So if there was like a generic version of this, that'd be great. $7 USD, that's awesome. Yeah, I would get that now, ASAP. Yeah, it's the Vispo deck box. They made 2 deck boxes. They made one for each of the main girls and then one for each of their like partner cards or whatever. So this one fits for Sacrifice Glass because, you know, the ride line's all cutesy and whatnot, but then it becomes fucking this horror. So not building anything this set because I'm broke. College problems, yeah, that is how it be, unfortunately. But that's that. All right. Kids and ghouls. It's time. Now that there's a lot going on here, but we're gonna talk about the anime for a bit. If you haven't seen it, avert your eyes. We were going into heavy anime spoiler territory. I like the leather or whatever deck box that they have in these stride deck sets. Yeah, those are good. That's basically, yeah, warning. That's basically these, right? It's like these, it's literally this, right? It's exactly the same as this, but I found these like generically, which is good. So this is just something I got for Amazon, which is great. It's literally the same exact thing, right? I think the stride deck set one, this doesn't come off. It's like this, right? I think that's the only difference, but like this is a little bit better in my opinion. But it's basically exactly the same. I really like these deck boxes. They're a little bit bigger, right? I just like the other ones because they're just a little bit tinier. But otherwise, that's my second favorite deck box. Lamphead deck box? I wish it was a thing. Damage question, why would you choke your past self this stuff? You gotta have an important plot device written all over her back in season 1, episode 1, and now she's one of the best characters in a long time? An unimportant plot device written all over her back in season 1? What are you talking about? But yeah, we'll talk about the anime episode. So it was kind of wild. We learned a bit. Future Hikari came back. She fought her past self, or her current self. However, we also learned that this sneaky motherfucker, this sneaky ass sly mofo, I wish I could zoom in. But I keep forgetting to install the censor for that. This sneaky ass little mofo here, he knew all along. He knew all along. Hikari, future Hikari was here the whole time. And this motherfucker knew about it. And he ain't say shit to no one. That's kinda sus, Taizo. That's kinda sus, bro. That's kinda fucking sus. I don't know. That's sus. That's pretty sus that he didn't say nothing to no one. Realize he's a unicorn, we will be shipping them weirdly enough. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Although they're not that different in age, I think, but still kind of weird. Not everything has to be fucking romantic and sex, guys. Sometimes people can talk and be friends and just live a life, right? I know it's a big plot twist and no one gets mad. Second time? Oh, I guess because he knew about her the first time. Like, that made sense. This time, like, no, that's kind of sus. Like, they were all friends and shit. Like, before, I understood she had to keep her identity a secret. But, like, there was no reason to not tell people, right? There was no reason for them to not know. It's too busy for a sneaky link? I don't know, man. He did fucking beat his, his, like, co-CEO that's always doing all the work for him. Probably because he's being a sneaky motherfucker behind his back. That's probably why. That CEO's always busy. He's too busy driving around kids. Too busy hiding fucking people's sisters. So, I don't know. Taizo kind of sneaky. Taizo might be the possessed one. That's all I'm trying to get at. That's kind of sus. That's kind of sus. Keep quiet about it until she figured out what was going on, but she didn't. I mean, if they said that in the anime, I missed it. But I'm pretty sure they did not say that. They just didn't tell anyone for no reason, right? So, I don't understand what the harm is in them knowing is either, right? They already know she exists, so I don't know. Are people shipping Akina now? Same deal. Like, not everyone has to fuck, guys. Not everyone has to fuck. Not everyone has to be romantically involved. People can just exist. You don't have to see two people talk and instantly think about them fucking. Like, just let people interact and exist. I don't know. I don't get the point. Vanished from existence, but she's still terminally ill. Yeah. Could have easily told anyone, but he decided not to. The one that gets possessed by Sylph. That's, I don't know. It's definitely, I'm narrowing it down to one of these two, right? This was my #1 suspect, but now this motherfucker, I'm getting a case open up on him, bro. I'm investigating him right now. Possessed by No, I'm trying to say he's possessed by Sylph. How do you feel about Taizo? How would you feel if Taizo hid your sister from you and didn't say anything? Like, it's weird because it's not like his sister, but it's like his friend, right? They're all friends because, like, they're pretty close at the end, right? They were hanging out and, like, they went through this whole ordeal, right? The 7 of them, they're pretty close, minus Sho, because, like, fuck him, he has no emotions. And then she, like, dies. And, like, you're not gonna tell me what actually happened to her? Come on. I had something like that kind of happen, to be honest, in real life, so maybe that's why I can relate to it, but nothing as dramatic, but yeah. Too mad at it. I mean, he's pretty mad. Got mad a few times, but yeah. But yeah, we didn't see the conclusion of this fight. They left it on a, I don't want to say cliffhanger, but they left it mid-fight for once. It's actually a 2-episode fight. Crazy. Who would have thought you could not rush to finish fights in 1 episode, but it is what it is. This scene kind of made me, like, panic for a second. Because I was placing the Cassie's funny though. Yeah, I could have swore they were gonna, like, kick him out and do something else, but oh well. Because they were, like, talking, and her reason for fighting her present self, younger self, is that, you know, she wants to try and talk some sense into her because she's, like, been through it, right? And then she's saying that the big bro that's here in the universe we know is not her big bro, right? And then they cut to this fucker and go, that's a different Akina Mito. And that's like, that's a little bit of scary foreshadowing, right? That there's a screen cap like that. Like, I don't know. I'm getting some kind of vibes off of this, right? I'm getting some kind of vibes off of this. Because this episode, right? They had one voice actor do 2 fucking characters the whole entire time, right? So Bushiro got a lot of mileage out of that, right? They saw this shit with Michiro, and they're like, all right, we can't hire a voice actor that's expensive and then just dip, right? Let's get one voice actor to do 2 characters at the same time. So what if we get fucking Akina, but Akina 2? What if we get evil Akina, right? That shows up. I don't know. We'll see. I like Winter Me too, yeah. You think they fuse, or is that her Akina? I don't think they fused, but something could have happened to that Akina. And because he just like disappeared, right? To nothingness. We don't actually know what happened, right? He could have literally gone to like Cray. He could have gone to fucking China. We don't know what happened to him. But there's also, I forgot to bring it up. There's also, they revealed some like lore at some point where like Buff Sagra is involved, right? So there's a good chance we might get a new Buff Sagra because she's actively involved currently in the lore with Liel and Raziel and all that jazz. And apparently there's 3 Liels mentioned in the lore. I didn't really look at it closely. I didn't read it closely, but apparently there's 3 of them. So I don't know where the 3rd one is coming from, but we might get a 3rd Liel. I don't know how or why or what's gonna happen there, but we'll see. Now we got new Eugene. We might get both. That would explain why Eugene got dumbed down to fucking double rare. But got hit with the void, essentially, yeah. You think it's gonna win? Yeah. That's what I think it's gonna win. Fuyaki 9, it's a ghost or something, cause yep, maybe. I don't know, maybe he just went to Cray and it's just like fucking monsters and angry cats and like all this shit, and he's like hardened Akina, right? And like everyone fucking died. Like maybe it's like a crazy situation where like they just got transported to Cray, and fucking they just see fucking Leopold and he just fucking eats them because he's a fucking tiger, right? Right? Because everyone keeps thinking like, oh, let's go to Cray. It's so fun. Let's go to Cray. And then fucking Great Nature shows up and fucking kills you, right? You think just because they read, they're not going to eat you? So maybe that happens. So we get like crazy fucking one-arm badass hunter Akina from the future. But that's what I'm hoping for. And we get like crazy dark Raziel or something like that. But we'll see. It's only the catalyst for Odium. It was her leftover hate/anger, and she's since retired and is a teacher in Dragon Empire. I don't know. I saw something from Sure Self, right? The person that translates the lore, but I didn't really look into it. Something about like she was gonna go like I'm just making shit up because I didn't read the whole thing. I just kind of looked at it and was just like, huh? Because I just see everyone in the comments commenting about 3 Liels, and something about her like about to throw hands with Liel, but then like Wallstra steps in the way for some reason, which is kind of sus considering what's going on here, right? But I don't know. I hadn't looked into it. Yeah, okay. I hadn't looked into it, but I just kind of glanced at it really quickly, and I didn't have time to like fully look into it. But there's a new buff Sagra referred to as Sealed Flame Priestess of Despair Bob Sagra. What if everyone is possessed? What if everyone's possessed? Where do we go with that? Yeah, so I'm pretty sure we're getting a new buff Sagra. I don't know if we're getting a 3rd Liel. Maybe the new buff Sagra is the 3rd Liel. I don't know, but maybe we'll get Taizo versus Amida. I don't know, but that's just based on the lore. Got it. Yeah, she's like, yep. Oh man. Oh, would be cool if we got a Digimon like Vanguard series. They survive on Planet Cray. I mean, I guess, but I don't know. I'd like to see how it happens, but I don't know if it'll be as interesting considering like the episode structure and everything. and how they want to do stuff and how they have to sell product, I don't think they'll make it interesting, to be honest. Through Liel being the already dead actual Liel, Keter or Monta, and Liel Lamont. So we'll get like zombie Liel in Lexter KF. Kind of look like Liel. They both got the wings on the fucking head or whatever, right? So see, President Hikari versus Mides. They're gonna talk about their older brothers. Please God, don't summon Donji into this series. But the reason why my balls dropped during this is that I had made a tweet because someone was saying for like a bunch of times, right? A bunch of people have been saying it. Even in this chat, we talked about supposedly Akina being the traitor, and someone else tweeted about it. So then I tweeted, like, I keep telling y'all, it's not gonna be him. They don't have the balls to do it. If they do somehow, right, I'm putting my hair on the line. I will dye my hair Akina's hair color if it actually happens, right? So as soon as like this shit happened, like my balls just like, oh fuck. Am I about to dye my fucking hair? But not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Right? Not yet. Especially with this fucking, they showed at the end of this motherfucker mean mugging. Or not mean mugging, smirking at Gable Lewis. Like, it's very suspicious the way he was looking at him, right? Because it almost, to me, I got the impression of like, no matter what happens, bro, I'm fucking winning. No matter how this goes down, bro, I got this shit locked. It's done, bro. I won, right? It doesn't matter. None of this shit matters to me. That's the kind of look he was giving me here, but I don't know. Like a basketball, me too. Yeah, well, I'll give you the fucking. You dribble in, you give me the alley-oop, I'll dunk his ass. Oh, I gotta dye my beard. I don't know about all that. I don't know if that'll look. That's a bit much. I look like well, what's his name? Shingi? Jinki's brother. He looked pretty cool. I always liked Shingi. I hate that they killed him off and they didn't do anything with him, but I'd look like him, just not as cool. But get the, yeah, I'll do the whole shebang. I'll get the fucking hair strand. I don't think it's possible with my hair, but yeah, we'll make it happen. Of course, it's not gonna happen because Akina's not the traitor. But bring Halana back. I need a new Amir from that isn't Mask. Apparently, Amir Gruja's been helping Bob in the war. Interesting. I mean, I wouldn't be against her coming back. She's one of those. She's on the long list of characters that need to be redeemed from Wildress, but we'll have to see how that would get involved. Maybe next season. We'll see. Cosplay show. I don't have show hair. The other thing that was interesting is that like Akina looks uncharacteristically like, I don't know, angry or like determined or like mean in the like anime poster, right? He looks a bit too like, he looks very not Akina like, right? I don't know what it is, like he just doesn't look like Akina. It looks a bit too like but maybe it's just me. But first I want my new bird. Yeah, you got it. Do something. Who knows? Maybe he's safe for next season, which is good if that's the case. Don't bring Sophie back. Bring Sophie back. What the hell? Make her not crazy then. The heck? Or make her crazier, bro. What the fuck? Let her go crazy. Give me a crazy ass fucking Astroya. Let her laugh like crazy every time she fights, bro. Make her psychotic. Go whole hog. I don't want to work right now. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. He can stay away. Is there an explanation for Alano's weird X-ray eyes? I don't think they're X-ray. I think they're just there. That's it. We also got a bit of a like preview for the next episode, which is a little bit concerning. So the translation was, they both fight. The fight is settled. Or, okay, specifically it says the Destined Showdown, which should have been settled after all the victories and defeats were decided, reaches an ending that no one could have imagined. Right? So keep in mind, we've talked about Akina not being a traitor. Maybe another Akina. Maybe another fucking Hikari. Maybe a third Liel. Right? We have all of this in the mix. Maybe Taizo's kind of sus. Right? Maybe this fella, right? He got it in the bag since frame 1, right? A lot that could happen, which is really good, which is why I really loved the Vines, because there's actually stuff to talk about, right? Plus, you start fighting, just start throwing hand down. Plushies ain't gonna do anything. Well, because I don't know if it's gonna be just because, but I feel like he planted something and he got something on. It's gonna be like Yu-Gi-Oh, where like the worst villain in the world, Bakura, placed something 200 episodes ago in the Millennium Puzzle and then acts on it, right? It's gonna be something like that. But yeah, I think it's gonna be that. Like maybe future Liel dies again, or maybe not dies, but she like passes out, right? Or maybe Sivlev fucking gives her like COVID on the spot, and she just like passes out, and he's like, "Oh well, y'all fucking lost because your girl can't fight, so that's a wrap. I win." If your opponent dies, you win the game, right? I don't know. That could very easily happen, so we'll see. But who knows? It might be the thing where like they might do something garbage, right? Where they go like she passes out, and then like President Hikari like throws the match, or like they end up like a draw essentially, right? So that this fight just does not count at all. That'll be really fucking lame if they do that. And then they have Kyon and Akina fight. The lamest shit in the world if that's what happens. But we'll see. 5G, yeah, just fucking zoom. She's gonna cease to function. But also keep in mind that we have this campaign that ends on 9/6 this Friday. This campaign ends where you have to guess or predict who possesses Sivlev. It ends on this Friday, which means that after that we will know who is possessed by Sivlev, right? Either this week or next week, right? I don't know exactly when, because this shit says Sunday and that doesn't make any fucking sense to me, but yeah. Has more to do in this series. He's undercover. I mean, he could just be for next season. Who knows? They might set up something where, like, at the end of the final episode, he's just like, "Oh no, fuck it. Now it's time for my master plan," or whatever. Some corny shit like that. But who knows? But yeah, we might find out this Friday whether or not I have to dye my hair, and I'm pretty sure I will not. But yeah. Is that their excuse for killing the? Yeah, it's definitely possible. It'll be garbage if that's really what happens. That would fill up the last remaining episodes, right? Because we are at like what, episode 9 this Friday? Episode 9. And then whatever that happens in episode 10, right? Because we could do episode 10. Maybe bullshit. And then we can do 11 and 12 where they fight. And then 13 is the blow off episode. That would fill up the gap. Right? But who knows? Who knows? We'll see. My phone real quick. Between new Vanguard seasons? I don't know. I feel like season 2 came hella quick. When did episode 2 finish airing? 2 seasons per year? So we're not getting a new episode until January, February? Ugh. Let me check. Let me see when that episode 13 aired. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. So episode 13 aired 4 months ago. It was April, yeah, it was April that it aired. And then, oops, episode 1. So April 19th to April, so like July, was it? So April 19th till July 5th. So April, so May, June, not that, there's only 2 months in between. That's crazy. Yeah, it felt like not that long amount of time. So there's only 2 months. So, who knows? I guess maybe we'll have a long break. I don't know. We'll see. Insurance money in a serious case of victim complex? Huh? I don't know what you're talking about, like, as usual. As usual. But, yeah, I don't know. He was on over, he was possessed, I'll shoot him in the face. Shoot him on season, of course. But alright. So next we had a lyrical tournament this past weekend. And before all of you click away, because like, oh fuck, women, what the fuck? Not in my Vanguard stream. We're not gonna talk about that yet. Instead, we're gonna talk about fucking Dear Days 2. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Dear Days 2. So there was a lyrical tournament, and they decided to reveal Dear Days 2 at that tournament. They later on had at the same time, right? They officially revealed it, but they had like an hour beforehand this post cropped up with this poster for Dear Days 2. And some of us were like, what the fuck? How do they fumble that shit? How do they fucking reveal Dear Days 2 like that? And then we take a closer look at the I wish I put the meme up, but I don't have the meme. We take a closer look, and that is the poster. That is definitely Dear Days 2, right? And there's a whole ass website. So Dear Days 2 coming out January 30th. Most of you already know about this, but we'll talk about it for those that don't. You're gonna spend $200? Everyone says that, but like, was it that much? Oh, but let's see now. So there's a whole website. There's a trailer. We'll take a look at it. Firefox. Okay, there we go. Perfect. And pause. So there's a whole trailer we can watch. Can't make it any bigger. All right. Can't make it any bigger. Hold on. There we go.
Nintendo Switch、Steam でヴァンガードが遊べるデジタルゲーム。その最新作が発売決定。カードファイトヴァンガード。
Alright, there we go.
Dear Days 2。ヴァンガードとは自分自身が先導者になって惑星クレイのユニットたちを率いて戦うカードゲーム。私一同時ユキと新たなキャラクターたちが熱いファイトを繰り広げていく。どんな強敵が相手でも私負ける気しないから。
We're honestly not
リ
sure
バ
if
イン
it's
ズのキャラ
a
クター
woman
たち
yet.
の新ストーリーも
We
収
got
録
the Divine Squad coming
最新
through.
のスタンダードルールに対
The
応
new rules are in place. We got Divine
リ
skills,
バインズを
energy
含む B
cards.
シリ
We
ーズの
got
カード
all
を
the
3000
previous
種類以上
sets
収録
up until level
DLC で
1.
以降のカードも
There is
続
going
々
to
追加
be
New
カー
DLC.
ドを集めて好きなデッキでファイトできる
get cards. Everyone does the
充
fucking
実の
hand
チュート
pose
リアルで
still.
ヴァンガードが初めてでも大
There's
丈
a
夫
whack ass
ルール
tutorial
を
that
覚
you
えて
can play.
ゲームを楽しもう
So
オンライン
there's
対
story
戦を
mode. You
含
can play
むさまざまな
online.
ファイ
No
トを
word
実装
about rank.
友達と遊ぶのは
Tournaments
もちろん
or
世界中のファイターとランキングを競
spectating.
い
There's
合える
deck boxes. Everything else
好
looks
きな
about the
遊び方で
same.
ヴァンガー
They
ドを
changed
楽しもう
some things.
今世紀最高峰の
The
ヴァンガード
best
デジタルカード
Digital
ゲーム
game
が
of
こ
the
こに
century. Okay, good.
カードファイトヴァンガードリアリー
Comes
ズ
out
2
the 30th.
2025年1月30日発
People have been talking about this. It's Switch and Steam. There's no mention of Fudium, the previous company. Whether or not they're involved, we don't know. Instead, it says Bushiroad
ブシロ
Games.
ードゲームズ
Right. So that's the trailer. Let's go back here. And whether the Sakura player comes back, I think they're actually there. So the Bushiroad bought Fudio? That sounds about right. Which, you know, doesn't mean anything in terms of what it actually matters, just like Overwatch 2. Yeah, somewhat. So, yeah, we don't really have a lot of new information. We just know that they have deck boxes that you can equip, right? That's about it. Here is all the cards that are available. I have a slide that shows that better. There's a new girl. She looks cool. Has new stuff, new graphics right here. There's some of the new characters, right? And then here's the Divines cast. We got Megumi. And then we got the Real Dress cast, which I guess is implies they're in the game. And then we got the old cast of Dear Days, which is great. We don't get as many new characters yet, which kind of sucks, right? Because the thing with Dear Days, what made it so cool, is that we got all of these new characters, and they were all characters for decks that were not in the anime, which was super cool. So this is Rora, this is Kairi, this is Eugene, this is Barrow, this is Flagberg, and that's really cool. But they didn't really seem to do that this time around, because we only got technically 4 new characters, and presumably this one is gonna have her own unique deck, I think. So we'll see. But hopefully they have more characters later on. Yeah, no Helena, no Sophie, no Sam, no Jinky, right? So many characters technically missing here, but and those were in Dear Days, right? So I don't know what that means, but we'll see. Haru was, yes, this was the Tiger player, yeah. So presumably she's back, but we have cool characters at once for DD1, so maybe, yeah, hopefully they will reveal more, but we'll see. Yeah, rip Big Sam. It's Dear Days 2. I already saw that. And here's the big bad wolf. Here's Bushiroad fumbling in the bag for the zillionth time in a row, right? Was it gonna be DLC? Yikes. So once again, we are not supporting crossplay. We are releasing this on 2 fucking platforms, but they cannot play with one another. That is what crossplay means, right? So if you're on the Switch version, you cannot play with your friends on Steam and vice versa. This is the stupidest fucking pile of shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. Why even release it on Steam? Ever. If you're not gonna let the 2 games fucking talk to each other. There are indie games that can do this on multiple fucking platforms. And you're gonna tell me that you can't do this for 2 of them for a fucking card game? Fucking, I can play Pokemon Unite with people on their Switch. You're telling me that my phone can fucking connect to a Switch and play online, but you can't fucking do that with the Steam and the Switch? Are you out of your damn mind? So that's that. And then of course, The price is again max money, $70. We don't know if we're getting regional pricing again, which would be worse if they remove that, right? Because at least the one benefit was that people in like other parts of the world, I don't know specific parts, they only paid like $20 for Deer Days. If they all have to pay $70, then like, oh my fucking god. I just want to see the new stuff for Fab and Graham. I don't care so much about the stuff outside of that. I care a lot. I have a lot to take care of, unfortunately. But yeah, pretty much every game costs $70. Yeah, and pretty much every game has fucking crossplay for $70. But do you mean you might get Bushiro, make them cry? Good, cry, seethe, vomit, cry into the toilet, flush your head. Oh, so is the DLC free? We're finally be able to get it's the spy, definitely. Whoever defends this the most, so far it's X. So far X is a spy because he's defending this shit the most. Safe word for Master Duel equivalent. See, that's where you're 1,100% wrong, because that's just wrong, right? Master Duel has done so much for Yu-Gi-Oh! That Deer Days can only dream of doing, right? You can't come in this chat and tell me you don't want to play Tetrafault because she's $40, or you don't want to play Friendship Pink because she's $20, but then be like, $70 is fine plus DLC. No, if this had been like free to play where at least people could play the game and like grind to get cards, it would have been a billion times more accessible. But they had to go and make this $70 off the bat, right? And then they have to say that you can't play with your friends unless it's the same console. And for all we know, there's no spectator, because that wasn't present in Deer Days 1. We don't know yet. They might change that. And there's no sort of tournament structure, because this isn't supported by Bushiroad, right? There was never Deer Days 1 tournaments that you could go to. They don't give a shit about this game, right? It was just buy the game, buy the DLC, otherwise go fuck yourself, right? You couldn't like have any sort of competitive circuit by Bushiroad. No, fuck you, right? Couldn't do that. And fucking Mr. Frosty, Mr. Softy's out there interrupting my stream as usual. And, right, there's the fact that every DLC pack is like $20, right? Yeah, fucking Mr. Softy driving me crazy. $70 for a very niche TCG game simulator, $10 higher than most first-party Switch games is not something that can be defended, no. So very quickly gets more than $70 out of you. I have like 5 decks in Master Duel and I've spent zero fucking money. Zero money. Zero money. So what it said is that people like me without locals, this is the only way for me to play the game. Exactly. And that's why this infuriates me so much, right? Because I'm constantly talking about this game is not accessible. So what they do is make the game non-accessible, right? And they do like everything in their power to make this game inaccessible, and it drives me insane. Right? I paid in time instead. Nope. Check how much. Look me up on Steam. Look how much time I've played in Master Duel. I can guarantee you it's like maybe what, 24 hours or something like that. And it might be more than that because I think I left it on a bunch of times in the background. But I've barely played Master Duel and actually grinded to get that many decks. Come on. Yeah, exactly. So I was gonna release so whenever it was last week, the previous week, when I ranted about the VTubers and like they did the event, and then there were people asking like, oh, how do we get into this game? And then I was fucking embarrassed because there's like no easy way to get into Vanguard. I was gonna actually release that as like a video today, but then this happens.
So now I have to go back and add some context to that. But played 30 hours on Yumi control. Ugh. I hate that. Oh, it has casual, but it's crashed. Yeah, it's fine. It's still something that I can download on my phone and play right now, right? Can I download any version of Vanguard officially on my phone and play it? No. Can I download any version of Vanguard anywhere that's official and play against other people? No, cannot do that. I can download the tutorial on Steam and Switch, and that's it. No. If it was free, other people would try it, therefore increasing the base amount of players, which is something needed for a game of this caliber. Exactly. Exactly. Like, I don't know. $70 for a niche card game is dumb. The fact that on top of all of this, right? Again, take most of this with a grain of salt, but I'm also very salty, so I just have no hope that anything is gonna get any better. Yeah, Master Duel did have a solo mode. So they show some screenshots, like they've updated the rules so you can choose who goes first and second. They've updated the deck build because it looked like fucking ass. I hated that shit. And they showed off everything that's in it. Right? Probably it probably would help me play. Yeah, no, I like the solo mode. Forgot what they call it. And zero rest with the Great Wheel Pirates, unfortunately. So they have everything from set 1 of Overdress all the way to Local 1. This comes out in January. So this does not have set 4. This does not have set 5. This does not have presumably set 6, right? Which we might get revealed this Thursday, next Tuesday, who knows, right? This does not have anything after what came out in Japan, like I think in July. So by the time this drops, this is already like 5 months behind. And by the time we get it in English, it's already like 4 months or something like that, or more. I think it's 7 months or something like for Japan, 4 months for us behind, right? And then everything else is DLC. This deck has the quick start decks. Technically, it does not, but they had the start decks originally, Dear Days 1, so they probably just aren't including it here. It's already behind. Yeah, Dear Days is behind by even more than like 6 months. Maybe when it released, but now it's like ultra behind. They didn't even fucking bother to finish up releasing the shit for Dear Days, right? They could have at least released fucking these 2 sets and finished up Wildress in fucking the original Dear Days, right? They could have at least done that. They couldn't even do that. Instead, they just cut it off awkwardly here with only half of this set. Half of this set, right? And then now they're like, all right, now pay $70 for everything you already paid for, plus what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more sets, and that's it. Did it on purpose? Possibly. Like, why would you only give us half of a fucking set? Oh my god. Like, I don't understand why they couldn't just give us these. Like, just give it. Like, just give it for free at this fucking point, right? Just give it for free. Like, what the fuck, right? Oh my god. Put a box with lyrical releases? Yeah, I will. Make a $70 DLC again, I'm gonna go insane. I mean, the DLC was never $70, it was always $20. So a lot of people, when they talk about the game, they inflate the prices. I'm not saying it was low, but it was not $70. It was $20 per DLC. But yes, it does add up to a lot. They don't even have Misty Arc. They took out Misty Arc, they took out Silhouette, they took out the fucking Lukier card. And they put in the Minerva one. Understand how this can hurt physical sales when people want to go to locals? It doesn't make any sense, right? Like, what would happen? Like, let's say in a magic world where Dear Days 0 Omega, the best version, is out, right? And set 3 just dropped in English, but I can also play set 3 in this, like, I don't know, let's say it's a month behind, right? You know what that would do? That would let me play this shit online with people, play like fucking Colto Blaze and all those other decks that I didn't want to play in person because they look like fucking shit. And then I play it in this and I have fun. And then I go buy the fucking garbage ass cards in person and then play that in person, right? While I'm enjoying whatever's currently out. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It would not at all reduce any sales. No one's gonna play this. The only people that are only gonna play this are the people that only have this as an option, right? In places where they just don't have locals, yeah, they're not gonna go buy cards because they fucking can't, right? All right. They just refuse. They just refuse. 10% sales, take it or leave it. And then they have the absolute audacity. They have all these pre-sale stuff you can get. They have the audacity to make the previous DLC for Dear Days 30% off. 30% off. The game was only ever 10% off, right? Only ever 10% off. And now that it's fucking useless, they make it 30% off, right? It takes a new version of the game for them to give you a 30% discount on the $20 DLC and the $70 main game. I guess insane that one of the promos ever in English would include Forbidadol. I doubt it. It's probably just gonna be. I think the safe bet is gonna be a Graham Grace card. It's gonna be a Fabneo card, and it's gonna be like her deck, or it's gonna be her deck and their deck, right? And their promo grade 3s. Why not 50? Why not even 70? Since fucking like right, like at least 50. Like, why put it on Steam that is notoriously known for Steam sales and then never put the fucking game on fucking sale? Only when fucking a fucking new one is coming out, you put it on sale. God, it drives me insane. And oh yeah, maybe it'll go to Antique Dude again. I forgot about that. I forgot. Maybe Forbidden Dawn. I don't know. Maybe a new a new Regalia's piece. Wants Vanguard to grow in the West with shit like this. And then like I was watching Outer Orange discuss this yesterday, right? And she brought up two good points. One of them was that like a lot of people in Japan were super excited about this because they saw the new arts and all that stuff. And like the thing is, for some of them, right, half of them, I don't even think they fucking play the game, right? Because it's so outdated for them, right? Like again, they're in set 4 meta, about to get set 5. We just got set 3, right? So they are most times 2 sets ahead of us, and this new Dear Days is gonna be like 4 sets behind, right? So think back to where you were 4 sets ago. Which is Divines, if you don't count Festival and stuff like that, is before Divines, right? So most of them, I don't even think played it that much because of how behind it is, but also they probably don't play it because of the fact that they're in Japan, and Vanguard is really 100 times easier to play in Japan versus the rest of the world, right? Because it's so much easier to have game stores and all that jazz and cars everywhere in Japan, but like there's so many other parts of the world where they just can't play the fucking game at all. So something like Dear Days would be really nice. It wasn't a bunch of money. According to the Steam charts, the player online does not increase at all. By the way, they remove comments on the Dear Days 2 trailer that they know that they messed up. They don't know that they messed up. It's not that they know they messed up, right? They're not gonna acknowledge they fucked up. They just don't want to acknowledge it. That's why they removed the comments. It's not even top 10 in TCG sales. Maybe because you do stupid shit like this. I don't know. I think I really like that. Definitely not for Japan. Yeah. Yeah, they give us that they'll give us most promos that they're already in the base game, like how Hobby was in the base game. Sure, I guess. If that's what you guys are worried about. I'm over here complaining about $70 and DLC, but yes, sure. Let's talk about the promos. Yeah. Could have easily been a lot better if made a lot better choices, but they just I don't know. I know I haven't really had any coherent thoughts or rambling. I'm just venting at this point. I'm sorry for making y'all my therapist and venting to y'all, but I've just never been so frustrated to see something. Like, I've never seen something that I was just like the excitement was still going up, and then instantly it just went straight into the ground. Like, I've never been so almost excited for something and then just been literally flipped to the ground about it. Agree with all this DLC, like, and then like they could make tiny changes, right, to fix this. Like, one, you have to make this justified. I've said this a bunch of times before because I thought they were going to make this announcement the previous presentation, right? I thought they were going to say, okay, we fucked up, right? This is what they should have done. We fucked up. Deer Days could have been way better. We got greedy, right? We're gonna make Deer Days like fucking $20, right? Make the DLC like $5 fucking, right? And then we're gonna release Deer Days 2 for like $50, which is a reasonable price considering your niche ass fucking game. And your DLC is gonna be, I don't know, $10 or something like that. But to justify it, we're gonna actually give you shit that matters. We're gonna give you a ranked ladder that isn't just fucking infinite and full of bullshit, right? We're gonna give you actual rewards for playing the game. We're actually gonna support the game. Maybe we'll have like a circuit that you can compete in, some kind of event, something to actually engage you to play this game. We're going to have, they did one fucking thing and that's it. That one thing to get the sleeves, right? The contest for the sleeves, and that's the only engagement they did for the game, right? We're gonna add spectating, right? We're gonna add new modes. Hey, what about, I don't know, a tournament mode? Arrange tournaments with your friends, hook up with them. Hey, what about a chat feature? You know that fucking anime that we're showing off? And we have Deer Days in it and we see fucking people talking in Deer Days? How about we do that here? You know how they have a monthly ranked ladder that updates and we've shown that shit twice? Why don't we add that to the game, right? Like, that's the only way that it would have made sense to make a new version of the game if they just made it justified and corrected some of the mistakes from before. But that's just not what is happening here. At least that we know so far, right? Again, they could reveal this stuff soon. But it is a little concerning that they didn't lead with that. Right? When I make a new game after my previous game and I'm trying to sell it, my selling point is going to be what is better from the previous game that I now have in this game, right? So I would show you the new features right away. But like, but whatever. Whatever. Vanguard and Shadowverse. TDS and X aren't super full price. There's a new deck rule and energy require a new game rather than patches and updates. I can guarantee you they could have done it with patches and updates. I can 100% guarantee you that. Chat feature is gonna be wild. Right? Yeah, I would be surprised if the Steam Switch version doesn't have chat or something like that. But why the fuck show that in the anime if you're not gonna add it to the game? But whatever. Nothing about transferring over your decks yet either. Like, The decks is kind of whatever, but it would be nice to get them, right? It would be nice to get all my cards and not have to fucking grind to get them again. Right? Kind of dumb that you would reveal this and not have some of these very, you know, very obvious questions people would ask ready to be answered. Wow. Okay, with them shutting down Deer Days and come back a year or two with bigger and better stuff. I mean, I don't think they have to shut it down. But yes, right. I would not have minded if this came out next year. If they finished, I don't even know. I'm not even gonna speak in hypotheticals anymore. Game for Divine's character for story, but it's too soon. Yeah, it is a bit too soon. Right? Like, this game comes out and we don't even have the newest Divine character. Like, this game is already outdated. It's announced. It's not even out. And it's already outdated because it doesn't have this season's cast. And it's not going to be out for another 5 months. This will be the next Chatot fiasco incoming? Oh. I find it wild that the one VTuber anime has an actual simulator of a Bushi game. Of course it does. Of course it does. Oh man. Probably the thought process may be that, like, the 3DS games not what people expect or want, which sucks, but they try to think in their shoes. Yeah. I don't think you can only access 2 PRs if you have DD1 in your library. And pretend it doesn't exist until that new card reveals. Yeah. So it's coming out in January. When the next anime airs, it'll be 2 different casts behind. Oh my god. So ridiculous. It's announced and it's outdated. Like, oh my god. Why not add at least the Set 5 stuff? Like, at the very least that. By January, that'll already be outdated, right? Set 5 comes out in October. So it'll already be out. You couldn't at least cram in 2 more fucking sets? Just 2? Like, fuck the characters, whatever, fuck them, I guess, right? Voice acting expensive, haha. You couldn't do 2 more? Oh man. I don't know. I was thinking Vanguard Zero was the best Vanguard simulator. It's not saying much. It is the best, and it is saying a lot. Vanguard Zero was the best Vanguard simulator that has ever existed, and it single-handedly saved Vanguard. I don't give a shit what anyone says. None of us would be here right now. The game would not be here if Vanguard Zero didn't come out. And then they went and they fucked it up, and they shot it in the face, and here we are today. Anime section was all hype because they had 320,000 card shops that have tournaments every day, so video game is just like a fun idea. Yeah. We got DSL 2 weeks after launch, probably. The game would not be zero. Yes. Honestly. I don't know what the fuck I would be doing, honestly. Think I could read it by the G stuff? Yeah. It is ironically more accessible to play Vanguard through Zero than it was through Deer Days. For the love of Vanguard, I'll be honest with y'all, there are times when I thought about that, and that's always been the mission statement, but like, recent events, a lot of recent events have made that really hard. They've been making it really hard. They have been making it very, very, very hard. Very hard. Like, I don't know if I can take it anymore. I'm too old. I'm too old to get fucking scammed, bent over, roped around. I can't do it anymore. I can't. Alright. Sorry. I don't mean to be so negative, but this makes me very negative. Yeah, too old. I don't have time for the BS, right? Especially like when it's like easily avoidable BS, right? When like the answers, like these are problems they could very easily fix, right? And a lot of these problems are problems they themselves make up because they're not real problems, right? Like, oh, I don't want to pay for crossplay. Then fucking pay for it. No, we don't have money. Then don't release the game on 2 systems. Right? But I don't know. I'll try and see if tomorrow morning I wake up and I'll have a more constructed thought process. Maybe put that into a video and we'll see what happens. But again, not everything has been announced. I keep saying it. I just don't have the faith that anything better will be announced. But not everything has been announced. This can all change, right? But we'll see. Yeah. Stand at Sims make their money, their game grow. Yeah. DD2. This DD2 shit is happening in a good era of the game. It's what drives me crazy. Divines is a step up from what came before, but it kind of sours its wider reputation. Yep. Like, they were so close. So fucking close to knocking Divines out the park, right? So close. All they had to do was not do this, right? And then make the quick start decks not be shit. That is it. That is it. Nothing else. Other than that, they would have knocked it out of the park, bro. They would have knocked it out of the park. It would have been like a complete 180. Fucking... Whatever. As a target, I spoke to just this kid. He played Pokemon, and I asked him what I play. I said Vanguard. He doesn't know what that is. Yup. Sounds about right. I mean, the laughing stock of TCGs. We're not even laughed at. Battle Spirits gets laughed at, and people know what Battle Spirits is. At least Vanguard's kind of like, oh right, I think I've heard of that. Anyways, love the anime too, and they asked me how to get into the TCG. Tell them I'll buy them a deck. Tell all your friends that I will buy them a deck and get them into the game, because that's the only way that it's gonna happen. The Virgil deck? Yeah, but that's not until November. And that's just one. Alright. Alright, let's talk about not this. I forgot. So yeah, so there was also a, like, I forgot what this was called. It was like Koro Jump or Koro, what is it saying? Koro Soul Festival. That's what it was. Yeah. So they had this festival for Koro. I forgot that I was gonna get more angry at this. But undercover deck because it's cheap. Giant Game Blues. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. I'm gonna buy someone fucking yeah. I've been meaning to, like, I've been working on, I shouldn't say working. I was working on a project where it was gonna be this like giant Excel sheet. Massive. Not Excel sheet, sorry. Google Sheet where it has every single deck listed on it. And it has every single build, or a build for each of those decks. And it has the price for each of those decks. And I would update it periodically so people can go and be like, oh, okay, the cheapest decks right now are this, this, and that. And I'd have like a rating system. So you'd see like, okay, this one is like such and so, you can pick this deck, right? Because I've seen that a lot for like mobile games. Like you've probably seen that kind of stuff for what do you kids play nowadays? The Honkai Star Rail, the other one, the Genshin Impact, right? They probably have a bunch of that kind of stuff. So I was gonna do something like that, but we'll see if I ever do that. So people actually know what to buy. But Yes, honky trades. But yeah, so they had some festival. They had some interesting pictures. They have here the CEO with Giant Gib Lewis. They have all right, let me just get angry one more time. Let me bitch one more time. Hold on. So they have this collaboration with Koto Koto, right? That's how we got Skyridge. And then of course Koto Koto it's like Jump but for kids. So it's a manga magazine released like for a younger demographic. And you know, Vanguard got into that, which is cool. So we got a bunch of younger kids in Japan getting into the game. And now, what better time for them to get into the game than for them to get scammed by Deer Days? We might also get like some sort of connection between the two, right? We might see I think his name is like Zero in his name is Zero in Deer Days, but we'll see. But they sure got the two of them put together. They sure got them together everywhere, right? Everywhere you see Deer Days, you see Skyridge. Everywhere you see Deer Days, you see Skyridge, right? And then we got the kids playing. They got the Skyridge, and then we got the kids playing Deer Days. But I don't know if they have if that's actually Deer Days 2 or if it's the old one, because I know this is an old card, but the card is technically in Deer Days 2, but their parents are. That doesn't make it any better. And then here's the new voice actress for the new character. Who knows, might become the next Vanguard megastar, because the previous voice actor, Skyride, sorry, I've called it so many different things. Sorry, but the previous voice actor for the main character in Deer Days, right? She's now the voice actor for Now. So who knows if like this lady ends up being in the anime for the next super popular character, but we'll see, because this is, I guess, like the main character for Deer Days 2. I don't know, but that's her voice actor. She took some pictures with the poster and stuff, and then Gabe Lewis. Cool. All right. Oh man, is having the English dub on air on TV on Saturday mornings like Yu-Gi-Oh did? No. Nope. To my knowledge, Vanguard was never on TV, which is one of the reasons we are where we are today. At least English TV. It was never on English-speaking TVs. I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure it was never on English-speaking TVs. It was only ever online or in Japan. Maybe overseas somewhere it was on TV, right outside of Japan, but outside of Japan it was never on TV. Which is why people know Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, but not Vanguard. But, you know, it is dubbed. But alright, let's talk about some women so I can feel better. So we had the Lyrical Cup, and we have an A and B block that I'll go through somewhat quickly here. Women. We had I guess real quickly, yeah, so we had a bunch of Leah Shafel, which makes a bunch of sense, a bunch of Michu as well. Got a new wave of Chris Terrain here, which is interesting. Charmant and Lutetia still pretty big. These two and these are like the biggest winners of Lyrical, and then also Kyoka. I don't think Kyoko's that good, to be honest, but like these four are like the winners of that set, right? I guess Kyrie technically, but like only because of the ride line, right? Unfortunately, Coral and Prisms and Vert didn't do as hot, right? No Man I Sleep. The Alicia is actually very good. Yeah, she's both good, and also the fact that she just came out, but yeah. But yeah, the deck is also very good. Didn't perform as well, but she did have a lot of tops within the top 16, but after that I don't think there was any of them that made it past top 16. So we have 4 here, And then we got ourselves here the Kyoka, Lutetia, Charmant. Lists are what you'd expect. Then we got ourselves 3 Michus here. Kairi, Herminia, Willista, Coral, and another Herminia, right? So that's just from A block, right? I have the first through 4th place decks for A block. The 4th place one was actually Herminia. Herminia, I think, is also very, very good. I think she's been good. She's had some really bad matchups. This card has helped out the deck quite a lot, in my opinion. I feel like the deck is in a really good spot, but I'm not gonna say it's the very best deck, but I think it is a very good deck. That's the damage deny then. Fuck that. Oh, but you just, what do you need Counterblast for the divine skill, and that's it? Fuck that. The deck is also would have been really easy to build if it wasn't for this little stinker being played in Charmant. Hopefully she has gone down in price in English, but this fucking snatch was $20 for some reason. Everything else is super cheap. We standards Counterblast 1, that's fine. We don't need that. We don't need that shit. But this is basically what every list looks like. Right. Some copies of this are varied. They've been playing a lot of copies of the old Herminia in the main deck for whatever reason, but it is what it is. She's not used much anymore, if at all, in the new support, which is good. So hopefully this will go down to dirt again, and we can actually play Herminia, because Herminia was like a $20, $30 deck, right? But unfortunately, yeah, they got the Shadowverse crits that will maybe get in like 5 years. So that's Herminia. Really expect her own powerful, hopefully. Yeah, because the new card for Charmant basically does the same thing, right? Then we got ourselves 3rd place, which is going to be Michu. I can't believe Herminia's race is human. Why not? There's a lot of human. She looks human. Why the fuck would she not be human? What the fuck? We've got the Michu list here, which is basically exactly the same. I would pick this deck up, or pick up the pieces for this if you can. Pick up your Yurikas while they're cheap. Pick up your Nonokas while they're cheap. Right? Get your 1 copy of the Grade 3 Michu while it's cheap. Pick this up while it's cheap. Pick this up while it's cheap. Foil or not. Because it will be gone pretty soon. But pretty good. Elf? I mean, I guess. Your aliens? Yeah, get your aliens and your robots. Aliens. Is this an alien? This is a mermaid, bro. What do you mean? But yeah, get these while you can, especially this, right? This might be kind of tough to get. This is like $1. I sold a couple of these for like $1 recently. Or maybe not super recently, man. But yeah, this is we've seen Michu's list a bunch. It's the same game plan, right? I guess I'll go over it. You use this. This is your ride skipper. This is your cross ride. You ride into this. Then you use this to ride into this. This. I don't remember what it says, to be honest. I just know that it's a good effect. You play this, right? This lets you put your orders into the order zone, and then each time they go to order zone, you draw a card. This one says you Soul Blast 2 to make your Vanguard ability that you choose 3 units, they get 10k. This one says, I think you give 1 unit 10k, or your front row 10k, something, I don't remember. You give something 10k, and then you make it so one of your opponent's units can't restand. But you just get really big numbers, because then you get multiple drive checks, because this girl can switch out, become your Vanguard. And I think this does drive checks also. I don't remember. I mean, I don't know the deck as well as I do. I do, but not off the top of my head. She's an illegal alien? Oh, because she's not supposed to be in lyrical? What? She left the country to dodge the drive? Oh, what? You kids in your lore, I swear to God. Come on, but yeah. I'm using the VTuber alt art. Man, play whatever you want. Then we got the 2nd place here with Kairi, who's a deck I've actually been playing myself recently. Feels really good. Michu SP is just a wall of text. Yeah, I can't wait to, or SR, can't wait to have it. This is basically the list that I have. Of course, what makes the deck a little bit better is that it's still good right now, but what makes it
much better, or maybe not much better, but makes it a little bit better is the somewhat generic line here, which is good for mermaid decks, which is Kairi, Chris Rain, and the deck it's intended for, Vert. I know this one just lets you like look at top 5, get a grade 2 or something like that, or any card, something crazy like that. But it's just, I just know they're both like free value. But yeah, the deck is really nice. You can use this to cheat into this. You don't even need to play that many more copies, because once you're on this, that's it. You play 2 in case one goes into damage. This is also a 15k shield, and you make a column of this with this, and then you make another column of this and probably this or anything else. This gets boost. You swing in with these 2 boosting, so that's a pretty big attack. You swing in with these 2 boosting, so that's a pretty big attack. Then you use Kairi's skill to bounce this column to your hand, call them back out again to get their same power, and then Penelope says you Soul Blast 1, reset both of these, and the front one gets 5k, so this actually hits for 18k. You get triple drive, then you attack, you know, with this, use Eureka to bounce this, and then at the end of the turn you put this into Soul, Counterblast 1, draw 1, and then you bounce 2 units because you're on grade 4, and you have all your cards back into hand to do that again next turn. Hope that makes sense. Very standard list, Mermaid line, it seems certified. Still running crazy. Kairi's still running crazy. This Prison Labrador play the Mermaid Ride line? I mean, you could, but I don't know if you want to. Lab should still be on her original line. It benefits her too much, yeah. Look like a face or a squish burger. Well, hopefully it made sense. But yeah, so I started playing this past weekend, right? This is basically the list I have, except I have Angel Ladder because I don't have another Calburn. And yeah, other than that, it's exactly the same list, of course, minus this because I don't have this yet, right? I think I'm playing fronts. I'm gonna probably switch to draws, to be honest, if I can ever get copies of them, but I'm playing fronts just because I happen to have fronts. Then we got ourselves here first place, which is going to actually be the Willista, which is insane. Of course, this is a tournament where only the lyrical was allowed, but you know, Willista winning the whole thing is kind of crazy. So this is pretty interesting. It's a lot of the main stage, right? It's still for Ophelia. Ride Light remains the same. We still got Vash Blonde. We still got this girl, right? We're still playing 4 of this, right? We're still playing Romania. So those all stay the same. The only difference is that they took out Eureka and they played Stegria instead, since you play in order every turn. And then they play this girl, whose I keep forgetting, but I know I looked it up every single time and said it was a good card. And then you just do the usual list of things, right? So this is looking pretty cool. And your orders, if you don't have them, yeah, I know. I'm glad I had 4 of them, and I was gonna buy more of them. I have like 6, and I wanted to buy more. And then I was gonna sell the like extras I have, and I was like, no, this is gonna be really expensive soon. And I hang on to them. But yeah, they're like 20 bucks each now or something like that. Yeah. The one good thing is if you're not playing, I might have to buy one more for like Florasia. But if you're not playing Willista, it's a $20 card that you buy 1 copy for all your other decks, right? Because you play this line to get the soul. If you're playing Willista, you're shit out of luck. Yeah. Willista winning is very poetic, I guess. Really needs a reprint. Yeah, I would not mind if they did that, considering how good it is. Then we got ourselves B block here. Got some interesting lists here, or interesting decks, I should say, listed here. So you got ourselves 2 Labradors instead of Vert. Chris Rain, Kairi. We got Flame Glam, Coral, and then Charmant again. Can we look at that Coral list, please? All right, only because you asked nicely. Can you type out the code for me, please, in chat, and I can pull it up? because I'm not looking at that screen right now. Thank you. AG. You'll type in 3 different things. What the fuck? Which one is it? What the fuck? You're fucking with me today. Like, what the hell? I'm gonna assume it's the 2-1. Oh my god. I can't believe both of y'all got it wrong. That's just crazy. Oh, it's okay. It happens. Okay, there we go. Oh, really? Oh, I hope one of these days that becomes an actual code. So here's the coral list. It is, I want to say pretty standard. They're playing this fucking card. This is the one that gets, like, you Soul Blast 1. I don't know if it has to be specifically a... Oh, no, you Soul Blast 1 and, like, for each coral, she gets 5k shield. I've seen this in a couple lists. I don't get it. How you can just expend extra corals like that. But this seems to be the typical list, right? They're playing a lot of copies of this. I feel like they usually play less copies of this. It's usually... Yeah, it's usually, like, 2 of this, actually. 4 of this, right? 4 of this and like 2 of the grade 0, and then I've seen like 1 of this and like 3 of this. That's usually the list, but this one's a bit interesting. Yeah, this y'all. Every time I see it, I want it more. The first time I saw it, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And every time I see it, I look into her eyes and I'm just like, "Fuck, I need this heal." But
yeah, 3 lane is a thing. You know, it's a good generic card.
It works, I guess. Flame Glam. I think that's it. Yeah, okay, that is it. But yeah, that looks pretty normal for the most part. Let's take a look at Flame G girls here. So we got the new girl, whose art I really like. But of course she's not part of the band, even though she has an instrument. But whatever. She I think bought decks, I guess, to get 10k, and they have just 1 copy of the new card, 4 copies of Precia. Y'all lied to me, telling me that we're not playing Precia. Y'all a bunch of liars. You lied to me. You're like, don't worry, you don't need Precia anymore because this 4 Energy Blast card is worth it. You lied to me. You liars. Unbelievable. Other than that, it's basically the same list that we have now. They just played 1 less copy of this to play this, and they took out Franchette or whatever to play this. Red OT is interesting. I don't know. I still think this card is garbage, but I also haven't played it. Energy Blast 4 is not a real cost. That's just ridiculous, in my opinion. I think all the other lists are pretty standard, right? You guys don't care about those, right? Not. I'll give you guys 2 seconds. 2, 1, 0. That was like 20 seconds. Wow. All right. Oops. I don't know why there's a blank in between that. Let's go into the next one. Hardly a cost. Fuck that. Energy Blast 4 is indeed a cost. Don't try and gaslight me into thinking it's not a cost. Then we got ourselves here Michu here. 2 more. Leoshafel, Charmant. Okay. Charmant and Lutetia. I'm pretty sure this Lutetia list is going to be pretty standard, but and then we'll take a look at Charmant. It's a crazy ass deck code. 1899k, insane. DC is the same yet. Well, it's not entirely the same. Some of them play the new grade 1, that like is discarded to search. Some of them don't. But yeah, this is basically the typical list. Some of them play fucking 4 of everything. I still think the right number is 2, 4, 4. But yeah, they got 3 of the aura, blue, front, Eureka, bread, no Elementaria. But I guess you don't need it for this tournament aside from Kyrie, but I guess you could have played it for Kyrie. People could have also played Lorna. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty standard. Alright, let's take a look at still the most expensive deck in the game? No. If you get a high rarity, yes. Base rarity, it's up there, I think, but not the most expensive, no. If you have grade 4 in hand by turn 3, GG. I mean, Ludicia's base turn is still, I think, fine. So the Charmant list is playing 4 of the new girl. That's really good. I want to pick that up. They decided to get 1 of each rarity. 3 of the Precia, which, well, I was gonna say 3 different chat, which makes sense. Precia, I guess you can play that as well. Yeah, you don't need as many as this girl. You don't need as many as the main deck Charmant cards either. 4 of this, yeah. Red OT, yep. Everything else makes sense. I would probably play. Like I would definitely go like 1-1 with these, I think. I'd probably play maybe 4 Precia. I don't know. Maybe I would basically play this list. I don't know, actually. Yeah, I might just actually play the same exact list. No. But yeah, because they're both pretty good, right? This is good for using energy to guard. This is really good for bouncing your pieces to protect them, right? Especially since this puts itself in the grade 0 back. You can bounce this back to hand to protect it for certain matchups or any other cards like your on-place effects like this and this, right? You can bounce them back. This is like alright. This is really good because it like calls out 1 from Soul and it gives your Vanguard 5k, right? So that one's really, really good. Yeah, I mean, why would it not be a 4-of? This is the one deck where you have to play Reese's at 4-of. That's literally what the deck does. What does the new grade 2 do? She, if I remember correctly, is Energy Blast 3. Choose 1 from your soul. One of the lip lesbians, call them from your soul, and then Soul Blast 1, you can give your Vanguard 5k. So it allows you to very easily get the whole squad, which is why you no longer need to play all of these in main deck. You still play them for extras, but also for deck thinning with this girl. But yeah. This Lethia needs Reese's. I mean, you don't need it. It's a good card, but you don't need it. Look how far it looks funky for mostly the blue themed. Yeah, I hate the local border for this set. I hate the mixed match of colors, so I will exclusively be getting SRs for all these cards, especially because the backgrounds for all of them look so nice, right? But I'm usually not a fan of the lyrical border, but like for this set, I cannot. It is just too crisscrossy. Yeah, the SRs are just so much better. Yeah, it clashes. It's too bright. It just clashes too much. Would have been nice if they gave it a unique border. I don't know why they didn't do something that fit, like make it stars. I don't know why they couldn't just do that, right? Instead of fucking hearts, make it stars and shit. But God forbid y'all make any effort or sense, right? But whatever. Yeah, so that's Charmant. And this. Yes, please. Hire the 2 of us, please. Please. Actually more affordable version of SP. I mean, it's the same thing. If we had SPs, they would have been the same price because they're both 1 in a box, so it's the same thing. What does cat look like? I don't know. Look at a cat. I don't know. Type
Oh, do I still have that? I don't remember if I still have that. Google, what does cat look like? I don't know if I still have that command. Nightbot. Okay, there you go. That's what cat looks like. She made, well, this is top 3 of Swiss. Top 3 of Swiss. Actual top 3. I don't remember if any of them actually top. I'm pretty sure none of them actually top. Because in 4th place we had Thesia. So this one's a little bit different here because it's playing this girl. And it's playing this girl. No Yuika. No Segria. So that's an interesting, it's a more consistent option in a sense, right? But yeah. 3rd place was the Charmant list we actually looked at, right? Or maybe not, unless I forgot to. I might have put did I just put the old code? Okay, yeah, so I fucked up. So it is the Charmant list, I just fucked up here and forgot to update that. You cats IRL just inherently get 5k power in critical one only if they use their divine skill. Most cats don't like using their divine skill because they know that it's once per game and they're not sure how long the game is gonna last, so they typically don't. But when they have to, yeah, they just inherently get the 5k attack and crit. Yeah, they just do the pose. I see. Yep. So yes, this is the list. I just put the thing wrong. Then we got ourselves a Kyoko list. Kyoko actually managed to top. I think Kyoko's good. I don't think it's the best deck, but I haven't actually played this new version, but we'll see. This list is a fucking mess because of all the different fucking rarities. I hated it so much. I'm honestly, I don't think I'm gonna do this anymore. I don't think I'm gonna make slides of decks. I'm just gonna go on deck log and show it, because like I can't take it anymore. I can't take fucking having to squeeze all this shit in to make it look pretty. It's driving me crazy. Because these Japanese players want to play one of every single card, bro. It drives me insane. Absolutely drives me insane. Like, honestly, I wish they would hire me so I can write a script that just like beautifies the because even Bushiroad fucking has to deal with this shit, right? They'll see a list like this and they themselves have to put it in their own like little thing, right? Like, just make a script that automatically groups these crits together. Like, fuck the art. I just want to see what the list is. Let me just click a button that just shows me the beautified version of it. That just lets me see what the actual list runs, and that's it, right? So regardless of rarity or whatever, right? Just stack these on top of each other, right? Just put this on top of this, right? And just show it like that. Whatever. Anyways, sorry. Let's get another Chris. I'm gonna start over, yo. Oh man. I don't even know where they're like the other trigger that the front. Okay, and then they fuck it up. Then they fuck with you, right? Because then it's 1 front and 2 draws. So it's not like you see the 3 draws instantly be like, oh, okay, they're just playing 8 crits. Like, no, there might be a draw somewhere here or a front somewhere. Who knows? Who knows? They separated by card type? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if they just automatically separate by card type, right? And then just like stack the multiples on top of each other, right? Even if they have different art, like, it doesn't matter. Like, just stack this crit on top of this crit. And I just show them, like, people do in like deck profiles or like when they take the picture and just automatically do that. Whatever. Yeah, and they got one of the bottle. But yeah, this is the Kyoko list. I want to say it's pretty standard. And then we got first place in B block was Chris Rain, actually. And this also drove me insane, but at least it makes sense for this deck because you want to run it somewhat Highlander. This one is pretty interesting. Got the mermaid line. You got the new shield girl, I think she does. I think that's what she does. We got 4 of these girls. 1 Seiya. 4 of the new girl. 1 of her, which I guess makes sense.
4 Eureka, and then Highlander triggers. So interesting. For promo, magazine order, and 3OG, the ideal ratio. That probably sounds right to me, yeah. 3 O's anyway. Has hollow SP. Yes, they have so many SPs that we don't, and drives me crazy. So many cards that they have an SP that we never got. So for right now, I'm gonna please stop with the HL triggers. Like at this point, we don't need it. Like genuinely, the HL Highlander triggers. Oh, yeah, we don't. You don't. Yeah, took me a moment. I got it. Yeah, but yeah, yeah, you don't really need it. Because at most you're playing one of them. You're not playing multiple triggers down. So theoretically, you don't need it. No. I don't. Oh, the original lyrical trigger. Yeah, me too. I really like that one. But I don't know. I like having different trigger arts, but I do hate how it shows up on deck log. Yeah, only one of them because you can only use one, and I guess they use this to search it out. But yeah, I'd at least play 2. But hey, if they're not focusing on it, because I guess this uses energy, so they're not using this every single turn, so they don't need more than one, I guess. But oh well. That, or it was somewhere and I cropped it out and it's a different rarity, but I don't care. If it is, then I don't care, because I'm tired of having to edit this shit together. And if I cropped one of your cards, I could give a shit, right? It might be here because like this looks kind of strange here, and if it is, I don't care. I just don't care. I just don't care. You won first place, so whatever. Have a better deck log for me to look at. I'm kidding. But yeah, then that's all I had. But yeah. All right. But yeah, sorry for again venting so much. Yeah, I had to put up a chaosless once. It was the worst. But chaosless are a lot less Highlander nowadays, so it's kind of whatever. But yeah, just we'll see what happens with Due Days. We'll see when they make the full reveals. Hopefully they don't suck and they do it right this time. But I don't remember what's for Thursday. Honestly, I really don't remember, because we're out of Stride stuff. Oh, it's Eugene. We are Eugene. That's right. Forgot it's Eugene. The only deck that has to play Highlander is Patroka. Eugene, right? So we'll talk about Eugene on Thursday. Maybe we'll play some set 4, or sorry, test some set 3, because I really want to play set 3. I purposely did not over test set 3 because I wanted to enjoy it. And I finally got the cards. See if I can force my fiance to play with me right now before we have to go to bed. But we'll see. Join the Discord. There is 3 tournaments, like I said, back to back this weekend. I will be streaming them. This time I will try to stream at least one of them, so you guys will be able to watch them. And I already built Lamphead. I told you this is Lamphead. How many times do I have to tell you that I built Lamphead? But it is there. No long games on this weekend's tournament unless it's Jojo Doji. I do not think anyone has it yet or is bringing it, but we'll see. I do not want to spoil it because I do know what everyone's playing, but yeah. So usually is more powerful than pulling Gandiva. We'll see. Alright, go up 50 cents each. We'll see. We'll see if how bad they do my boy Eugene this Thursday. But either way, thanks everyone for stopping by. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Your cards won't come until Monday. Ripperoni. I mean, you can still play the old cards, right? It doesn't have to be set 3. It's just, you know, it's for set 3, but it doesn't have to be set 3. You can play whatever the hell you were playing before, right? Thank you, Aster, for coming by. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. Yep. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, what have you. Take care of yourselves and each other. Drink some water, brush your teeth, play Vanguard, and have yourselves a damn good one. we'll see you guys next Thursday. Or not next Thursday, this Thursday. So not tomorrow, the day afterwards. All right? Peace.